Yo, 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 what up, people? What up, what up, what up? Welcome to my video. Thank you for tuning in. Before I get started, this is for entertainment and educational purposes only. I am not a lawyer. I am not a financial advisor. I am none of that. I am just here to share information with we, the people, and I don't give legal advice. You know what I'm saying? But yo, if you haven't did so yet, guys, please head over to my YouTube channel and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? My YouTube channel is Sun SUN, the number 9 NY Vibes VIBES. Head over and subscribe or click the link in my profile. And another thing as well, if you haven't checked out my website, please head over and check my website out. You know what I'm saying? Click the link in my profile. On my website, I'm constantly adding information. You know what I'm saying? But I have tons of information that can possibly help you and your family out. So head over to my website and check it out, guys. So we're gonna be talking about the American flag, man. The differences in the American flags. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna be talking about the flag on the left. You know what I'm saying? This is the United States of America military flag right here. Doesn't have the gold fringes, doesn't have the eagle on top, but this is the military flag of the United States. You know what I'm saying? As you can see, the letterings in upper and lowercase. Now we come over here. This is the all caps. You see this flag a lot in the courts, the banks. You know what I'm saying? You see this flag flown a lot in a lot of different places in America. So what is this flag? So it's not the original USA military flag. Some say it is a flag of Admiralty maritime type jurisdiction and is not supposed to be used on land. Others say it's not a flag at all, but fiction. However, the gold fringes which surrounds the flag gives notice that the American flag has been captured and is now being used by the corporate so-called GOV to give notice of its jurisdiction. So when you head into the court, you step into a foreign country. You know what I'm saying? You step into a foreign country. You see this flag right here? You're stepping into a whole different jurisdiction. You know what I'm saying? That's a whole different country. So now we're going to continue on. So we're going to go on to the left. Prior to 1950s, state republic flags were mostly flown, but when a USA flag was flown, usually only at USA facilities, it was one of these following: military flag, horizontal stripes, white stars on blue background, has no fringes, braid, tassel, eagle, ball, spear, etc. Right here. And then you had the civil flag right here. I think this flag was only flown for like 3 years or something like that. This is at the time where America was in peace. You know what I'm saying? We weren't in any type of war. So they flew the civil flag. Created in 1799 by the Secretary of the Treasury, Oliver Wolcott. Intended for peacetime usage, denoting civil jurisdiction under the Constitution and common law. Has vertical stripes, blue stripes on white background. Last. As you can see, this is the civil flag. And this is the flag what a lot of nationals, carry around and this, that, and third, you know what I'm saying? Because we're supposed to be at peace. But you see that we're constantly in some type of like war, constantly. Why? Because you've been under martial law since the Civil War, people. And this is just my opinion. I'm not a lawyer, nothing like that. This is just giving my opinion. But everybody gripes about, oh, we're going into martial law. You've been under martial law since Lincoln. So let's continue on. Now on this side where they got the gold French flag, the flag is shown above appears to be a USA flag but has one or more of the following: gold fringes along its borders called a badge, gold braided cord, tassel hanging from the pole, ball on top of the pole, last cannonball fired, mainly used to introduction center. eagle on the top of the pole, spear on top of the pole. Some people see them as ornaments, but all symbols have a meaning and purpose. The flag shown above is not described in Title IV of the USC and therefore is illegal on land except for maybe one, the president, since he is in charge of the naval forces on high seas, and two, naval office and yards. President Eisenhower settled the debate on the width of the fringes. The so-called jurisdiction for a naval maritime flag to be on land is that all land was under the high waters marked at one time, even if it was eons ago. Flags on a pole flying at the same height as other flags have equal status. A flag flying higher than the flag below indicates superiority over the flag below. Note that. So keep that in mind, people. So boom. Flown before the Civil War, this is the peace flag we're talking about, with a few exceptions. In 1913, postcards have a civil flag flying on the Custom House in San Francisco. And another example of the vertical stripes, the Coast Guard ensign flag was first flown by the Revenue Cutters Service in 1799 to extinguish revenue cutters from merchant ships. This flag was the symbol of law enforcement authority, not military authority. Right here. Okay. And the flag with the gold fringes, corporate state flags fly below the U.S. flag. Keep in mind that the states were originally sovereign over the central government, and only states' flags were flown except in the District of Columbia, not exceeding 10-mile radius. This is what these statutes and codes are for. The District of Columbia and its territories. Forts, dockyards, arsenals, and other needful buildings such as post office purchased with the consent of the legislators of the affected states. The people in the geographic continental USA are at peace, but the corporate government continues to be at war to exist. This is why we constantly in war, to increase the perpetuate debt and to enrich others throughout defense contracts. This is why we constantly in war. They want the debt to keep going. You know what I'm saying? You're in martial law. This is how the president is able to pass executive orders, because they're in martial law. We're in martial law. Again, we've been in martial law since the Civil War, guys. So all these people talking about they're going to implement martial law. We've been in martial law, guys. We've been in martial law. This is why you see the flag with the gold fringes around it. We've been in martial law. We've been overthrown. In 1871, America was overthrown and lost its sovereignty. Peace.